The first is to believe in yourself. At first, I didn't know what this meant. I thought believe in yourself meant to believe that you had the potential to become a successful artist. And I thought I had that. I believed that I could be an artist. But I recently discovered that this isn't what it means to believe in yourself. I think believing that you can do something is believing that you can do something. But it's not believing in yourself. To me, believing in yourself means to believe that you have something unique and special about you that gives you something to offer to the world. It means that you don't need to copy others or look to others for validation or a definition of who you are. When I look back at my art, I would always dismiss the things that I was actually good at. My talent, if you could call it that. I thought it wasn't worth anything, and the most important thing was gaining skill. I regularly told myself that talent was nothing, and hard work and skill are all that matter. I still think that hard work and skill are really important, but you need to also believe in what makes you different from others, and not ignore what you are good at. You're probably good at something because you're suited to it. I think if you ever choose to pursue art, you really should be having fun with it. Don't make the mistake I made and attach your self-worth to your art. If you choose to become a professional artist, and you know that you're going to be drawing over and over and over again, why would you spend your time drawing something you're not interested in? I think if there's a choice between being a generalist, a jack of all trades, or a specialist, it's much more rewarding to be a specialist. Firstly, people tend to look at what's most impressive, and it's hard for a generalist to build their skills up high enough to become incredibly impressive at anything. I think that's been something that I've suffered from. If I was more single-minded and focused, I could be a much better caricaturist or a concept artist. But because I've been trying to learn many different things, I think that maybe makes me a better teacher, but perhaps not as strong of an artist. If I can get my act together, stick to one method and one style, then maybe I can change this though. Another thing I think people need to do is to discover how they learn best. Everyone learns differently, and often I think we're all aware of ways that we learn better or worse. Maybe you're a slow learner or a fast learner, maybe you learn better from a teacher, or maybe you learn best alone. Finding out what method suits you best is what should inform your decisions about an art education. When people ask me whether or not art school is worth it, I think that the biggest consideration is whether or not you're self-motivated, or you need someone to give you a push. Of course, with art schools, that push comes at a high price, so you really have to weigh the positives against the negatives. Learning about who you are will help you make the right choice for where you should be heading. If you pursue something you deep down know you don't want to do, sooner or later it's going to catch up to you, and it's not going to be pretty. Life becomes so much more rewarding when you're pursuing what you should be, what's really suited to you, and something that you love to do. Now, although art should be fun, there are times you have to do things that aren't so fun, like studying, for example. But even in doing some exercises like anatomy studies or value studies, you can still try to make this as interesting as possible by applying the anatomy to a character you'd like to draw, or doing value studies of a subject you're really interested in. When it comes to money and finding work, I feel that if you just become really, really good at what you want to do, then job opportunities tend to follow. It's much harder to follow your dreams if you chase money and jobs. But this requires a lot of time. If you can't make the time to pursue your dreams, then I don't think it's a good idea to take a job in art you don't like just to make money. And finally, if you really think you can do something, don't let other people talk you out of doing it. To do anything well requires a lot of time and effort. There are no easy fixes. But it's crazy how in my life I've seen so many talented people who are smart and have good skills choose not to pursue their dreams because they think they're not good enough somehow, or that to do so is impractical. Meanwhile, the people who may not be as smart or talented just work hard and don't think about any of that, and they become successful. When it comes to talent, I don't think I'm amazingly talented. I've seen a lot of other artists who have been much faster learners than I've been, but I'm not going to stop improving, and the tortoise eventually beats the hare. So never give up. And I know this has been a long talk, so thanks for watching.